The Wichita Mountains Refuge was established to protect wildlife species that were in grave danger of extinction, and to restore species that had been eliminated from the area. The reintroduction of wildlife is to ensure that animals once native to the Wichita Mountains will always remain on the landscape. These efforts have been very successful. The big game herd have increased to the point that they are no longer in danger. The Wichita Mountains is home to a wide variety of wildlife, including the largest existing North American land mammal, the American bison. Bison bulls can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. They have heavy horns and a large hump of muscle, which supports their enormous head. They have a thick mass of fur on their heads, and a heavy cape of fur even in the summer. The bison that roam over the Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge are direct descendants of 15 American bison who traveled by train from the Bronx Zoo over 100 years ago. It is estimated between 30 and 60 million American bison roamed North America from central Canada down to Mexico 2 centuries earlier. After mass slaughter, sport hunting, and encroaching settlement of their habitats, that number was brutally brought down to just over 1,000, both in the wild and in captivity, by the beginning of the 20th century. Aiming to save the bison from disappearing completely, William T. Hornaday and Theodore Roosevelt formed the American Bison Society. By the 1930s, the American bison count was up to 20,000. Now, thanks to the American Bison Society, there are around 500,000 bison in North America. Another treasure of the refuge is the famous longhorn. While neither native nor wildlife, a herd of Texas longhorn cattle is maintained to preserve the cultural and historical legacy of this breed. Longhorns directly manage the vegetation on the landscape, as they are responsible for the vast majority of grazing and browsing on the refuge. Longhorn cattle like to be together. They have a herd mentality and are more secure as a community. From its peak in about 1890, the longhorn population headed rapidly towards complete extinction. Farmers exploited the animal for its fat and famous hide. In 1927, the government herd was established with a breeding stock of 20 cows and 3 bulls. This is all that was left of some 40 million cattle in Texas only 60 years previously. "30 years later, the Texas Longhorn Breeders Association of America was formed. Their aim was to preserve the cattle and track their growth. Today, 250,000 longhorns are registered with the association. This refuge, sitting in southwest Oklahoma, is a small part of the great work that was done to save these animals. But today it serves as their home, a habitat where they are protected from conditions that nearly drove them to extinction only a century ago. As these animals flourish, their natural beauty serves as a reminder for what we could have lost had we not taken action. Let's aim to continue solving the problems we've caused, and to learn from the mistakes that caused them.